Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here at the range today, doing a little bit of goofing around, and I decided to get out a couple of powder burner pistols, bring them out here and give you guys a look, just have a little fun with them. And we have a really cool wheel gun from my collection. It is empty, cylinder is empty, chamber is empty. Give you guys a quick flyby on it. What we have here is a Smith & Wesson model 66-1. It is a really cool gun. Actually, have the original box. There's the cover up the serial number. But 66-1. I actually have there's the receipt that I paid for it, but it also has a bunch of Smith & Wesson literature down in here. Actually has a exploded parts diagram for the gun right here. Really pretty cool. Don't know if you can even get parts for them anymore, but so the 66-1, 66 is a nickel version of the Smith & Wesson Model 19, which is from their K-frame vintage. This one's really in nice shape, very nice shape. User shape. It's not a box brand new or anything, but it is in very nice shape. This is a 357 Magnum. I do have 357s and some 38 specials we're going to shoot out of it. I have some 38 special standard velocity. These are all my hand loads, but I also have some Wadcutters. We'll try some Wadcutters, and then we'll try some 357s and see what we can do with those as well. But again, it's a nickel-plated version of the Smith & Wesson Model 19, which I also have a version of that as well. These ones, the 66-1 was made between 1977 and 1982. The first version, I'm not sure when that actually started, the 66 with no dash. And then in 1982, they went to the dash 2 and so on and so forth. But really cool. I do not own any Smith & Wesson revolvers that have that little locking on there. A lot of people like to call it the Hillary hole because it was brought out when the Clintons did some law that, you know, made them have to put a trigger or a cylinder lock or whatever it was on the gun. So, but we're going to go ahead and shoot it and have some fun with it. Definitely want to make sure you have hearing protection in when you shoot these powder burners for sure. It's not like a little PCP pistol. Nice and quiet. Shoot it back in the garage. All right, so we're going to start out with some standard 38 special. These ones are loaded with 125 grain plated berries plated bullets. I love those berries plated bullets. They really shoot, I believe, every bit as good as a full metal jacket type of round, or a copper jacketed round, at a very much fraction of the cost. So I have a couple of splatter bursts there. We'll see how bad we mess the first one up, and then if we need to, we'll alternate over to the other one for subsequent cylinders. I'll shoot the first 3 shots single action, and then I'll shoot the second 3 shots double action. See how much better or worse we do with each type. So, but here we go. Let's see. Here is the first single action. So I was aiming right for the center of that. So still minute of bad guy for sure. Every bit of that target right there. But let's do some double action. That's better. Same hole. Wow. Did a lot. I did better at double action. That's funny. The common save my brass and stuff them back later. I have lots of empties already, but I like to save everything I can. So that was the standard 38 special. So now I have some Wadcutters. Let me show you what one of those look like. They're kind of funny looking. So a Wadcutter, I'll set this down and get a standard one. So a standard one has the bullet sticking up past the end of the case there. And a Wadcutter, the bullet is all down inside the case. So they call it a Wadcutter because you'll see in a minute when that goes through the paper, it punches a hole like a paper punch, just like you had punched it out at a went to your school library and used the paper punch to punch out the papers. So let's go ahead and load up a handful of these. So I mostly have these for my Smith & Wesson Model 52, which is a semi-automatic pistol, very closely patterned after a 1911. And that one only shoots these 38 special Wadcutters. That's the only the only kind of round that will actually even chamber, so, or fit in the magazine, I guess is a better way to put it. The bullets sticking out the front won't fit into the magazine of that Model 52. But if you're interested in that, I do have a video for that down in my playlist. Really, really cool gun. I've had it out here several times. All right, same thing. Let's do 3 rounds single action. Kind of overthink that and hit right in the middle there. So these are much reduced. They've still got some juice behind them, but they're much reduced compared to the standard 338 special. All right, that kind of string in there. So let's do these double action. Ooh, I pulled that one up. Not bad though. All minute of bad guy. That's my what I shoot for when I'm shooting pistols. Minute of bad guy. All right, so let's so now let me show you the difference between a 357 and a 38 special. The 357 is based on a 38 special cartridge, but you can see that the length of the cartridge is probably, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch longer, maybe 3/16. So they did that because the older guns with 38 specials, you didn't want to, if they could have loaded the same powder charge in a 38 special and just, but then people would have been loading these 357s into their little 38 specials and blowing them up. So we don't want that. But these are much faster, much hotter. I'm going to shoot all of these. That one. It's a little stiff going in there. Huh. Yeah, it's got a little schmutz on the outside of the. We'll put that one back. I'll have to clean it. It's got a little bit of lube on the outside. I'm going to shoot these ones two-handed, so because it is a little bit more feisty. But again, double action or single action for the first couple. Wow. Oops, that one went a little low. All right, now double action. I like that. Let's do one. Let's do one more of those. All right, I have another bag for the empties of the 357s here. Where did that go? I guess Guess I'll have to sort them all out later. Oh, you know what I was doing? I was throwing. Yeah, I'll have to sort them. I was throwing my empties in my bag of another bag of Wadcutters. Oh well, I wasn't paying attention. Let's do one more cylinder with the 357. I don't know if we're catching any fireballs on the. I can see them coming out of the end of the barrel. So for you guys that aren't firearms, guys, you're more air gun guys that watch my channel. One thing with you want to make sure you never do with a revolver is have your hand up above in front of, because right here on the gun is what they call the forcing cone. And when you close the chamber, there's a little bit of gap there. And at a bare minimum, you're going to have some gases from the explosion going off, coming out, and that can actually burn your fingers. But if your timing is just a little bit misaligned, you can actually shave off metal, and it can really do some damage to your hands. So you want to make sure, absolutely sure, that you have your hand back underneath. So, but let's go ahead and shoot this whole thing double action. Nice. Had one flyer there, but it looked like the rest of them went right in the middle. All right, let me see here. So that's my empty bag there. I'll have to sort those out. I got I got Wadcutters and empties now. So, but anyway, pretty cool. Really awesome gun. I very much like the Smith & Wesson revolvers. I have Smith & Wesson revolvers going all the oldest Smith & Wesson revolver I have right now was made in 1908, and I have them going all the way up into the, I believe, into the late 80s. I think in the 90s was when they introduced that gun lock that they call the Hillary hole, and I don't have anything going past that. So, but really pretty cool. Another cool 357. I love revolvers, and especially love Smith & Wesson revolvers. So stay tuned for more. I'll get some more out this summer, and we'll have a lot of fun. I can take my earplugs out now, so I'm not screaming at you guys. But hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.